The Hopi people, formerly called Moki Indians, are the westernmost of the Pueblo Indians. Ancestors of present-day Hopis built communities throughout the Southwest, spreading their cities from Mesa Verde in Colorado, Chaco Canyon in New Mexico, and Wupatki in Arizona. Today, Hopis reside in 12 independent villages in northeastern Arizona, surrounded by Navajo reservations, which has caused a great deal of controversy between the two nations. Hopi people are strongly anti-war and strive to live in accordance with the instructions of the creator and caretaker of Earth, Mesa, by respecting and being at peace with all things. Hopis recognize many ceremonies a year. The most important is Soyal, the celebration of the winter solstice, which recounts Hopi legends. The purpose of most ceremonies is to bring rain and fortune to their crops. Hopis have been expert farmers in growing corn, beans, squash, cotton, and tobacco on floodplains or sand dunes. The Spanish brought to the Hopis crops, such as wheat, melons, and other fruit.
The Hopis met Francisco Vasquez de Coronado in 1540. He and his party came from Spain in search of gold. This was their first non-Indian interaction. The first missionaries arrived on Hopi land in 1629. They didn't colonize the Hopi people, but tried to make them swear allegiance to the Spanish crown. This would have greatly impacted religious life for the Hopis. The Hopis wouldn't allow that, so they took part in the Pueblo Revolt of 1680. In 1700, they eliminated the Otovi tribe, the one tribe with a working mission, and continued to pursue their religion for about 200 years. In 1888, Americans put the Hopis on a reservation. This reservation had railroads and trading posts in it, and disease ran rampant. Next came the Dawes Act of 1887. The Americans allotted the land of the Hopi reservation. This left the Hopis with less land and white neighbors. The Hopis acted on this with armed yet peaceful resistance. Although there was no actual fighting, Hopi leaders were arrested. In 1936, an American named Oliver Lafargue wrote the Hopi Constitution. Lafargue was the president of the National Association on Indian Affairs from 1933 through 1937. In 1943, the government divided the Hopi and Navajo tribes into grazing districts. Lots of Hopi land was lost, and there was tribal tensions. In 1970, Peabody Coal starts mineral development, nuclear testing, and mining in the Black Mesa area of Hopi land. This is still an issue today. Although interaction with the missionaries wasn't interaction with the U.S. government, it showed that the Hopis wouldn't just accept anyone who tried to take power in their land. The Hopis' first interaction with the U.S. government is when the U.S. government put the Hopis on a reservation in 1882. This reservation led to disease. It wasn't very beneficial. The Dawes Act was only beneficial to the U.S. government. The allotment of the land left the Hopi with little land and white neighbors, which must have been awkward and uncomfortable. Oliver Lafargue wrote the Hopi Constitution, which was beneficial to the Indians. When the U.S. government made Hopi and Navajo land grazing districts, the Hopi lost land and gained tribal tenure. Today, Hopi Indians enjoy the benefits of the Indian Health Services and social benefits like these that have America and Hopi's good graces.
Today, Hopi everyday life has clearly been affected by interaction with the U.S. government. Hopis love American life. Children go to school, attend colleges out of state, and people use medical centers. They still maintain many of their ceremonies and beliefs. Many even still live in the multi-storied buildings Spanish called pueblos. However, Hopi Indians also live and work outside of the reservations. There are, of course, a few who resisted changes and strays from the original Hopi way, and these people voted against adopting a constitutional government because it had little in common with their political tradition. There is also still much conflict between Hopi and Navajo tribes for the return of the Hopi's native land.